Alright, this is an updated video of my previous one in regards to my do-it-yourself bezel insert change. Okay, now obviously, as you can see, this is a different look. I'll tell you guys a little bit of what happened previously. So I went ahead and buy a bezel insert from DLW watches. That was a ceramic, very nice looking one. Cost pretty good as well. It was 38 US dollars, not Singapore dollars. They are in Singapore now. They offer free international shipping, which takes from Singapore to where I'm from, Indonesia, only about 5 days to 1 week. So it's actually pretty good. It's a good deal. So long story short, I ordered it and it arrived because on my previous watch I changed the same thing, ceramic bezel insert and sapphire double dome on my Seiko Sumo, and it turns out to be very nice. A lot of compliments on that watch, so I tried to do it on this one as well. Now from DLW I only buy the bezel insert because I've already changed the sapphire double dome from a different company. Was from this one is from crystaltimes.net. Now I'll talk about that later. So what happened was the thing arrived and then I didn't have the time to bring it to the watchmaker, so I decided to do it myself. Okay, so I watched a couple of videos on how people remove the bezel. It was pretty straightforward. Doesn't require a whole lot of skills. Maybe it did, but at least it doesn't look like it to me. So I did pry it open with a pocket knife, and conveniently was easily removable. It came off quite easily, and then I removed the factory bezel insert, the Pepsi look. I removed that one, and then I installed the DLW ceramic bezel insert into the bezel, and only after that I actually try to put this bezel back into the watch case. Now that's the problem right there. I'll explain it a bit. What I did was I watched some people actually turn it over and lay it on a thick book and press it down. Now that only works if your bezel actually is something like this, which is flat. Now the problem is DLW watches bezel insert, the design was it was not flushed, but it was designed to work together with their double dome sapphire. So if you are using both of those things together, it actually looks pretty neat. The bezel insert actually comes at an angle. Okay, so the angle actually is it's supposed to work together with a double dome, if you know what I mean. As you know, a double dome actually has a slight curve to it. Now this one is quite mildly curved. The DLW ones actually curve quite a bit. So that's actually compensate for that angle. So if I was using the DLW double dome sapphire and their ceramic bezel insert, it actually looked kind of nice. It goes all the way up and it follows a curve, you know, it goes like that. Now the problem with me was my sapphire wasn't DLW, so it does lack the curvature. Okay, so that means the bezel insert slope up like that, like at an angle, and it leaves a gap underneath it. So when I try to put the bezel back into the case by doing it like this and pressing it down, I applied pressure on the wrong spot, which is the ceramic bezel insert. So thus it breaks. Okay, and then this, as you can probably see, watch my previous video, I did manage to put it back, and there was a crack on this side and this side, a whole bunch of other places as well. Now it sits there at a distance. It actually looked quite okay. If you take a closer look, obviously you can notice all the broken part of it. And then I remembered, I have an extra bezel insert which I bought quite a while ago, which is this one right here. Took it out and then looked for it, found it, and because it was already broken, the ceramic one, so I just pried out like that, you know. I didn't even bother removing the bezel, which I don't require. I don't need actually, because you know, it's easily removed, because remember there's a gap underneath the bezel insert. So I just pry it open and it came off, and then this is how it turns out. Yep, that's how bad it shattered, as you can see. Now, ceramic materials are extremely hard. They are extremely scratch resistant, almost impossible to scratch, as you probably know if you have seen a lot of ceramic floor, tile, stuff like that. You will almost never be able to scratch it. But they are quite brittle, you know. There's a lot of stuff like metal and stuff like that. The harder the metal, the brittle it becomes. I'm into knives as well, so I know a little bit about those kind of stuff, like tampering, etc., etc. I'm not an expert, but a little bit I know. So that's the reason. So as you can see, there's an angle to it. Okay. Now that's the problem. When I press it down, when I try pressing it down, it eventually put a lot of pressure on the ceramic, and obviously it's gonna break, right? So that's what happened. A huge disappointment on my part. It was all my mistake, and nothing to do with DLW. I mean, they didn't do anything wrong. You know, it's just my my mistake. You know, what I should have done, however, was I should have removed the bezel, removed the factory bezel insert, and then put the bezel back into the watch without the ceramic, and then only after that I can easily just align the bezel insert right into the bezel with it attached to the watch. That's what I should have done. Well, obviously learn from my mistake, guys. Do not do what I did. So next time if you want to do that, you want to change your bezel insert, please learn from my mistake. Insert the bezel back first after removing what's there originally, obviously, and then only after that you actually put in your new bezel insert. Okay, so that's an update. So here's a quick look of how it turns out. It looks pretty handsome to me. I think I will stay with this look, and DLW was very nice, very kind. I tried contacting them, explained to them what happened, and it was obviously all my fault. But they were the gentleman enough to offer me a discount and offer me $28, I think, for it. Well, don't expect him to give you that kind of deal. He was just being very, very nice and do that to me. So I really appreciate that. I will probably buy a new SKX 007 preferably, and as you can see, this was originally 007 with the blue dial. I will probably get 009, which is the all black version with the black dial, obviously, and probably looks much more nicer in that setup. So I'll probably buy myself a new SKX 009 and get the DLW ceramic bezel insert and their double dome Sapphire. Okay, now as you can see, this has a very, very mild curvature to it. DLW ones have much more steep, higher angle double dome Sapphire. Okay, so there you go. That's my story. I hope you guys can learn something from what I did. Please do not do what I did. Okay, that was a mistake. It was an interesting mistake. However, I enjoyed the whole experience. Thank God I still have this spare ones, which I bought way a few months ago. I decided not to install it, but it comes in handy this time. Apparently, it looks much appealing to me compared to the DLW ones with this double dome. I should have used DLW double dome instead. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Please click the like and subscribe button, and God bless you. Bye bye.